I'm Jeff Philbin, and this is Dinner Diaz. Ideas for dinner for you. Today, a taste of paradise as we bring you Jamaican jerk sea scallops with pickled mango and cabbage over Caribbean confetti rice. We've reeled in quite the catch today. Joining us is Chef John Hilton from Rumfish Grill over on St. Pete Beach, and you're helping us banish any thoughts of winter with these Jamaican jerk sea scallops.
Yes.
Can't wait, because it's not a long process, but there are a few steps for preparation, all right?
Yes.
Perfect, because first, we're getting ready with our rice.
Right.
And you have the absolute best recipe for Caribbean confetti rice?
Yes.
All right,
Yes,
so how do we
yes.
get your start at that?
All right, first we get coconut milk and pineapple juice boiling. And then we add a little allspice to it. And stir in your rice.
See, this is like ingredients that most people would not be associating with rice.
Correct. All right. That's what makes it so good. So you just want to let that simmer.
Okay. The other key ingredient for the Jamaican jerk sea scallops is a pickled mango and cabbage slaw.
Right.
And this is a little bit of the whole make ahead part of it, right?
Right.
Okay, so Chef John is living proof you shouldn't eat these right away, too?
Absolutely.
What happened there, my friend?
I tried it while it was hot, and there's habanero pepper in the mix, and it burned my throat.
Oh,
yeah, still feeling it this morning. So
you suffered for us, but was it worth the pain?
It was.
Thank you then for that. All right. So what do we have to do together then?
So we get vinegar and water and sugar, and then what you do is you julienne your cabbage.
And what is a julienne cut?
Julienne cut. It's just nice ribbons.
Okay.
Not too big.
All right. Folks, you see this here? This is it. This is a thin strip. It's a julienne cut here. Actually, you know what? I'm going to take one of your onions because that one just stands out really well. You see how it is? It's a thin, uniform slice there. Okay, perfect. You're going right ahead with it too. All right, perfect.
And then your peppers.
Nice.
And it's always key to have a sharp knife.
Oh yeah. How often are you sharpening your knife?
Every day.
Every single day, folks.
Every day.
That right there is a pro tip right there. Sharp knife at the house at all times. And it's kind of therapeutic and kind of fun. I'll sit there in front of like the TV. So if you guys need a little activity in between watching us, bring it out, start sharpening it out.
Right.
Literally, it's one of those kind of like mindless tasks that you can just keep doing in repetition. You get the quarters and then kind of have that as a stack too.
Yes.
Just to make sure. All right. I think we might have some Instagram footage for you folks.
And we're going to julienne your mango.
Okay.
And watch those fingertips as well.
How important is it to make sure where your fingers are positioned at all times? I mean, like for those at home, sometimes you see the home cook and it's just like, you know, they're holding it with what would be out of comfort, but it's like, no, you have to have that level of, you know, practicality of knowing like where things are at.
Right. I mean, if not, you'll have fingertips in your...
Bingo. Folks, we're going to bring the Chef cam out because I want you guys to see it really close and where his knuckles are, okay?
That's the guide for the knife.
And that's exactly it. It's the guide for the knife, and you've got in your hands the pinch grip.
Yes.
Perfect. Another pro tip of the day, my friends. We're learning from the best. All right. Everything's julienne, ready to go.
And then what you're going to do is you would cool this at home. This is your vinegar and water mixture.
Oh, you can get that little hit right now after you get that in the air.
Opens you up, right? And then you just pour it to cover your vegetables.
Now, how long is the optimal time for it to really pickle and get all those flavors together?
24 to 48 hours.
Okay.
You know, if you can't wait, you know, you can be like me and just...
Or just go straight in. Just get a fork and just go straight in, not know what's going on for it.
Right.
But after that waiting period of where those flavors are really going to come in, what would be the shelf life? If someone at home wanted to say, hey, I've got the leftovers, I'm going to jar it, what can they expect to have?
You know, I've done this before, and I've kept it in the fridge for as long as 7 days.
Okay, cool.
So it does last, you know.
I love it. Very good. Well, our pickled mango and cabbage are done, and our Caribbean confetti rice is cooking away. we're gonna take a break. We're gonna go to show you how to make a jerk rub from scratch, and it couldn't be simpler. Ahead on Dinner DeeAs. Welcome back to Dinner DeeAs, where it's always dinner time and dinner's always delicious. Sharing his idea for your dinner today is Chef John Hilton from Rumfish Grill over at the Rumfish Beach Resort in St. Pete. He's showing us how to make Jamaican jerk sea scallops. And before the break, we started our Caribbean confetti rice, which is simmering away in coconut milk, spices, and pineapple juice. Plus, we pickled some mango and cabbage. Now we're getting ready for the scallops because we're going to be making our own jerk seasoning from scratch. And it looks like you already got a head start on everything.
I did.
So what are you cutting away right now?
Well, I'm cutting away at the peppers. Very hot, so that's why I'm wearing gloves.
Okay. I see how you've already put the seeds to the side as well. It's like distance yourself, because what type of peppers are we cutting into right now?
Scotch bonnet pepper.
Okay.
And the heat is in the seeds. And then depending on your level tolerance of heat, you know, you might want to keep the seeds and use the whole pepper. But for this, we'll discard most of the seeds.
Now, will the jerk rub be hot because of the addition of these Scotch bonnet peppers?
Yes, it will be.
Okay.
Yeah, right.
And is that the traditional way of doing it?
That is the traditional way.
So
yes.
it's got to be part of it, folks.
Be part of it, absolutely. So into our food processor here, we're going to add the processed peppers.
Okay.
And then fresh garlic that's been chopped.
Very nice.
And your ginger.
Okay.
Which has been peeled and cut. Here I've got allspice, cinnamon. It's going in.
Okay. And a little brown sugar in there too?
Brown sugar as well, absolutely.
Nice.
And for a little something different that I like to add, chopped pineapples.
Okay.
Adds a little sweetness, cuts that heat a little bit.
Okay.
And
so you got a little pineapple on the right. You got a little pineapple going on over here.
And then a little oil, just to get it all going.
And what type of oil?
Just an olive oil.
Okay. And then do we need... Awesome. Sounds delicious. I'm ready for it.
You just want to incorporate all the ingredients so it's nice and smooth. You may have to add more oil. There you go.
Yeah, you get that. You get that little waft in the air. I got that. All right, you know what? I gotta go for it. I'm going right in for it, man. It's that moment to shine. I got my spoon here. Come on now. I'm dancing, man. Now I'm getting the heat on the back end. It's in the back of the palate. I had so much of what was happening on the front end of the tongue.
Right.
The cinnamon mixing in with a little bit of our allspice in there. Definitely on the front of it. You have that texture part because of just having the garlic being a part of it. That ginger root certainly brings a little bit to it behind it. That pepper, it's not that bad. No. It's not that much of that heat.
Right.
But it definitely does numb a little bit of the palate, which is really inviting to it there. So I actually, thumbs up to me.
Yeah, thank you.
To get your own jerk rub going at home, you can make up your own joke for that one. Just head to our website, dinnerdeas.com, where we have Chef John's recipes for everything he's been making. Just scan the QR code in the corner of the screen, take you right there to the site. All right, so our rub is ready for the scallops, but there's one last ingredient we need before we saute them, and that's the key lime cilantro aioli. All right, so what is it? How do we make it? What's going on with the aioli here?
An aioli is refined mayonnaise, with flavors. So for our aioli, we're going to add some garlic, Dijon mustard.
Hard to make, man.
It sounds hard, but it's really not.
It's not?
It's not. No.
Okay. So you at home, you can do it.
Right.
All right. Well then, let's show them how we do it.
Show them how to do it.
All right. Boom.
So first you want to start with your eggs.
Okay. Now, egg yolk, white, or what?
Right, egg yolk.
Just the egg yolk, separating the yolks from the whites.
Okay. Correct.
Okay, perfect. There's something kind of fun about this part too. It's like it's like a very like therapeutic piece to it there. It's very calming. It's just I'm just separating eggs. I'm just separate. Plus, if you got like, any animals at the house, do you have any pets?
I do have pets.
All right, so dogs, cats, what do you got?
I've got 1 dog.
Okay.
2 cats and 2 guinea pigs.
Okay. What's really nice too is that like I do this with my dog, and we just got a new puppy, so it's still a little soon. But when my old dog, I used to take all the egg whites, feed the dog the egg whites, and that was always like a nice little treat. I added a little bit of some vegetables into it there.
Right.
Never throw it away.
Some chopped garlic here.
Okay.
Little Dijon mustard.
Nice.
And then you want to zest in a couple of limes.
I love it. Folks, you're seeing it here again. Microplane comes in handy.
And I need cilantro.
All right. This isn't that spicy then. This is really kind of just got this nice little bit of...
this dish, this is the least spicy component. And then you're going to add in some cilantro.
Nice.
And then what I like to do is just put it in the blender.
We've laid the groundwork for a fantastic food finale. So when we come back, we'll show you how it all comes together to make an amazing meal on Dinner DeeAs. Welcome back to Dinner DeeAs. This is the show with great ideas for dinner from great chefs. Today's great guest is Chef John Hilton from Rum and Fish Grill in St. Pete, and we're making Jamaican jerk sea scallops. A little taste of paradise to see you through a dark Florida winter night. Before the break, we blitzed up our jerk rub, we blended together a cilantro lime aioli, and before all of that, we cooked up our rice with coconut milk, spices, and pineapple juice. But the star of this has got to be...
the scallops.
It's the scallops, man.
The scallops, right.
All right. How do we get going with that? And, we're on I feel like we're going on vacation right now, and I want to join the party. How can I, kind of get in vacation mode right now with you and just, be in the mood? Can I help you with anything?
Absolutely.
All right.
If you want to take over the rice.
I'll help you with the rice. You show me what we got to do with the scallops, and it's tag team action right here.
All right.
Boom. All right.
So what I'm doing with the scallops is patting them dry. You get as much liquid off as possible.
All right.
And in your pan, your oil.
A little bit of olive oil?
Correct.
Okay.
Your peppers.
Okay.
Red and orange peppers.
Perfect. And a little bit of the pineapple.
Pineapple, yes. And all you want to do is just sweat this down until it has a little bite to it.
Okay.
And I'm just coating the scallops with the...
Now the scallops, though.
Yes.
They cheap? They expensive?
No,
they're expensive?
Scallops are expensive,
so
yes.
This is so would it be a dish that you just kind of want to, when done right, enjoy the process, but know that, hey, this is for a special occasion.
Correct.
Okay.
Maybe somebody special in your life or special company,
I like that already.
Yeah,
so
absolutely.
How do you pick the right scallop then?
Well, bigger is always better.
Okay, bigger's... You heard it here too?
Well, you have the U10 scallops here.
Okay. And what does that mean? That's for us to know the technical term, but those at home might not know what that means.
Right. The U10 is just the size of the scallop.
Okay.
Possibly 10 of these will make a pound.
Okay.
So that's what that denotes.
So how many per person would you really have then from
with these size scallops here, 3 per person.
3 per person, okay.
Do you have any oil over there?
You need some of this, Chef?
Yes.
Oh. Right here.
Thank you.
Absolutely. I'm just going to bring this.
Okay.
And then, how long do the scallops cook? Because it's like one of those things where it's just like, I hear the sear.
Right.
How important is it to hear that sear, and how long should you really have that cooked?
You want to cook it about 5 minutes in total.
And you go seasoned side down?
Yes.
What's the purpose for that?
You want to sear in that flavor.
Okay. See, folks, a sear is good. Sear brings all the flavor together because to get this onto your dinner table tonight, get Chef John's recipe at our website, dinnerdeas.com. Even quicker than typing that, though, is to grab your phone, open up the camera app, and then point it right there, corner of your screen. That's our QR code. And when you point the camera at it, a link to our website pops right up. Now, this is already putting me into like the absolute vacation mode.
Right.
And I'm sure others are going to be doing that too, because like this is the busy season for you guys. Okay, you got the snowbirds, you got everybody. Tell us a little bit about the restaurant.
Well, the restaurant, Rumfish Grill, it's, you know, we have a 30,000 gallon fish tank, you know, so you can eat as if you're eating in the aquarium and watch the fish swim. We've got great food.
Look at that.
And perfect atmosphere.
Like, come on now, that is the perfect atmosphere. Like, I'm already feeling like, and wait, time out. Is that someone swimming right there?
Yes, absolutely.
Wait, so you could like literally have like, eat and swim?
Yes.
Is there like, all right, so do you have to wait? Is there like a lifeguard out there saying like, hey, you haven't eaten yet, like you gotta wait 10 minutes, or like how your mom used to tell you how to do that when you were a kid?
So on certain days we have a program where we call Swim with the Fish.
Okay.
And you sign up, you go online and sign up.
You ever been tempted to just jump in the tank too?
I have been.
You've been in it?
I haven't been in, but I am tempted to
You're
jump
just tempted?
Yeah.
All right, man. Hey, cannonball.
Yeah.
I love it. Those scallops look absolutely fantastic. Now, you turn them over, you got that beautiful sear. What are you looking for from the other side of it now to know that you've actually cooked it through properly?
Well, the scallops will firm up a little bit more.
Okay.
And once they are completely, you know, not so opaque looking, then they're done.
All right, and let's take the Chef Jeff camera to see all of that right there. So just do that little squeeze right there. Now, is that plump enough? Is that?
I'll give it another moment.
Okay. And in that process, though, well, that's going. How's my rice?
The rice is perfect. Rice is perfect.
So I can join the team?
Absolutely.
I'm ready.
Absolutely.
Give me that tank, and I'm swimming with it and swim with you, my friend. I love it. All right, how do we plate this all up, though?
Okay. So what we'll do is we'll start with your aioli.
Okay.
Nice puddle.
Nice.
If you will.
Okay. Ooh, the little touch. That's when you know that we're going in for it.
All right. Then your rice.
Nice. And that's just going to dance at 12 o'clock there. Okay.
And then you want to take your slaw.
Okay.
Which came together very nicely.
Oh, yeah.
You want to get rid of some of that excess liquid.
Oh, nice. And that's just going to dance right on top of that rice there.
Yes.
And a little bit more height on that plate. Come on. See, folks, this is all about presentation, too. You've spent the money on the scallops. You've taken the time to really have some fun with this. This is where you got to show off a little bit. Look at you. Chef, that is like literally magic on a plate because that's that, my friends. Our Jamaican jerk sea scallops are all done, but the show's not even over, which means plenty of time for us to taste test these before we go. That's ahead on Dinner Diaz. Welcome back to Dinner Diaz, ideas for dinner that you can make because we show you how. Today, we've been making a work of art on a plate, Jamaican jerk sea scallops from Chef John Hilton, the executive chef over at Rumfish Grill on St. Pete Beach, and we did it all from scratch. Our pickled slaw, the coconut rice, even the jerk seasoning itself. And thank you for sharing this with us because you even helped us know how to learn how to plate this beautiful piece of art. But the real test now is the taste test. Let's go into it, my friend, because scallops are a delicacy. Going. All right, what do you think?
Surprised myself.
You're surprised? See, that's what I love to hear. The jerk rub absolutely is just a beautiful balance. And you don't necessarily just have to have this on scallops. If you wanted to keep that jerk rub, you could put that on any type of protein, right?
Any protein. Chicken, shrimp, beef.
And everything just coming together. You got that nice little hit of the acidity with that beautiful aioli, that pickle slaw. Come on, man. That's next level. Absolutely fantastic, dude.
Really good.
So good. Last bite there. Thanks again to Chef John Hilton. If you want to taste his cooking for yourself or even swim with the fishes, and no, that's not a threat, a link to Rumfish Grill is on our website, dinnerdeas.com, along with his recipes from today's show. Just point and click your camera at our QR code to get there. And while you're there, let us know if you cooked anything from the show and send us a picture. I'm Jeff Philbin. Thanks for watching, and see you next time for more Dinner Diaz.
Anytime you're hungry for a great dinner idea, just go to dinnerdeas.com. That's dinner, DEEAS.com. You'll find the complete recipe featured on today's show, plus a whole list of other dinner ideas.